All right. Ooh. Ah, wrong page. So it is Sunday night of this week. So we had a fantastic hike, a great lunch date. I was able to get my meals planned, and then I just got back from covering basketball practice. So I want to go ahead and mark up this week. So what I am going to do is I'm going to pull in a couple different things. I'm wanting to stick with kind of a Halloween vibe, but I really like how this kind of pulled in the blacks and the blues and the pinks and stuff. So I'm going off of that a little bit more, and I'm gonna do this. So this is a washi tape that I believe, where did I get this? I got it from a store in OKC. It's like it was a little Korean store off of, like, that was in a world market type situation. So basically like a grocery store that just had stuff from all over the world. Really cool. But in that store, they have this smaller store, and it has some stationery. I think it's Korean. Anyway, but yeah, so I got this, and I just love it. So I'm going to stop talking about it now, and I'm actually going to put it down. So, yeah, this week, knock on wood, hopefully, is going to be very boring, and I'm here for it. Like, I want to just kind of relax a little bit and not have to worry about, having to go cover a ball game or anything like that. So I am hopeful that we will kind of get to relax. There are a few things around the house that I'm really wanting to get done, specifically our horse pen, and what else? Our horse pen, and yeah, mainly our horse pen. I also need to do some weed eating and some leaf blowing because it is that time of the year. Yeah, a few things to do, but that won't happen until this weekend because I will still have school and everything this week. So yeah, sad face. We technically had our fall break, which, let me know in the comments, like, does your state have fall break? Like, in Texas growing up, we did not. We would have like fall fling where they might have something special at some point in fall, but it was not like oh yeah, we're letting you out of school for a whole entire week. Or in my case, since I go to university, they gave us like Thursday and Friday off for fall break, which I think is fantastic. I'm here for it. But it was just very interesting to me that was how they do it here, I guess. I think I want to do this. I don't know how bad that looks from above, but we're going to try it. Because I kind of want that one lone, whatchamacallit there, bow. I just love this a lot. I love the colors, and like it's got like a little bit of green, but they're kind of muted. I don't know. I like it. I'm going to keep this just in case because I don't want to put it to waste. So I'll stick that in here for right now. I don't really have any appointments, but let's see. Let's pull out our handy dandy everyday carry. Nope, that's January. That's November. We need October. So this is the mess that is my Into Sterling Ink Horizontal Compact Planner. This is basically where I write everything. So I do have chemistry homework on the 23rd. I am also expecting a payday on Monday as well, but I don't have that marked in. Also, my husband starts clinicals for his school, so there'll be plenty going on. And I think I'm going to use this little skinny washi to mark in just like school, like class. I think that'll be fun for me to do. I think it might become annoying. We'll see. So I just have a little bit of class. I'll put like 9:30 to 10:30 because it's basically 9:30 to like 10:25. So it might as well be 9:30. I usually don't get out of there until like right at 9:30 anyway. So yeah, but I have class that starts at 9:30 every day. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, class, I'm in class from like pretty much 9:30 until 11, or no, not 11, until 12:15. So basically 12:30 again. So, yeah. And yeah, this skinny washi tape, I used to use it a lot to do this time blocking stuff. And then I stopped because it was just more simple to like go use my pins instead. But I'm really kind of wanting to do it this week because I've kind of missed it. I feel like it's cute, and it's a good way, a cute way to color code, I feel like. But then you do get a bunch of waste because it's so small. Minimize that. There we go. And then I've got Thursday is my last day of the week for class. So I just have classes Monday through Thursday, and then it looks like it's an easy schedule, but then I usually manage to find, you know, like something. So yeah, something to fill the time, because I do also have a part-time job. However, I am supposedly done with having to cover those football games, which I am a-okay with. Alright, so going in with my Mahjong in the matte black. I love this pin a lot. I've never personally had a Pilot Vanishing Point. I know that this is one of the, like, quote-unquote dupes. I have this model, and I also have a Jinhao 10. Hands down, my Mahjong is my favorite pin to write with between the two. And I also feel like it takes a lot more abuse, it takes abuse well compared to the Jinhao 10, I feel like, I guess is what I'm saying. So I've got my chemistry class, and I'm just going to mark these all in real quick. And then I will be back. All right, so got those marked in, and I want a to-do header for over here. Let's see if I can find anything handy. Oh no, I seem to be running low on to-dos, which is unfortunate. Ooh, would that do well? I think it would. I'm gonna steal these two because I think... come here. Can't do it one-handed. Dang it. So I want to go ahead and mark in because happy of all happies. Let's see. So on Tuesday, right? Or is it Wednesday? Hey, Kelvin. Hey, is the stuff getting dropped off on Tuesday or Wednesday?
I think it's Wednesday.
Wednesday is when it's getting dropped off?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so on Wednesday, we are expecting a delivery of where we finally have the money to get the shelter built for our horses, which is exciting. And then Thursday... I feel like, so Thursday and Friday, the builder that's going to help us build is coming in. So I'm going to just ban this here. And I have a feeling the builder would probably, like, move up or whatever. Or not move up, but would come a little bit earlier, but I don't know time. So I'm just going to put that here. But we are super stoked for it. And yeah, we are finally going to be that much closer, and I am so excited. I also think I want to use this homework sticker right here because I do have some homework this week. Or do I want due date? I think this homework will do. So I am gonna have just a little section. I think I'm gonna start putting a small section right here just to mark in the different homework that I have, because I think I'm actually ahead on homework, but there's always some that gets added in for school, so want that. All right, yeah. So back to trying to find a to-do sticker. Actually, I'm kind of bouncing all over, but I think I'll be able to, nope, that's not it. Haha, this one right here. I feel like it's going to have exactly what we need. What would I need? You're just kind of watching. Anyway, because I believe there's some to-dos and to-days, or even I could do a list. Ooh. Oh, that's temptation. I might do that list. But then there's these to-dos. I don't really like those, though. And then there's these foiled to-dos. That's not... I'm not loving that. Yeah, list it is. We have lists upon lists upon lists. I'm really enjoying this book. I like the colors quite a bit. And honestly... I think I want to replace this. Let me just pull that up. Here... Maybe I could do this? Would that look weird? Okay, it's staying. And then I'll just put this like right here, because, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we've got materials that are getting delivered, and then we've got the builder coming. We are super excited to finally, we are like this close to getting the horses in. And so, yeah, just so excited about that. I do have payday. So I'm just going to I'm going to use this little paid sticker to mark in that I'm expecting, honestly, 2 paychecks this week. That sounds weird. Do I have to? I'll have to check. But I should be getting paid at minimum by the high school I've been covering for. And then, yeah, I think the end of this week I'll get paid again by my main job, my main part-time job. It's so weird, y'all, to have, like, to say part-time. I don't know. Maybe I should just be like my main job, but I feel like main job implies that it's full-time. Oh, that's the wrong one. And I don't know. I just feel like saying my main job and it being a part-time job, like if I just say main job, it's kind of misleading. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. But anyway, so yes. And I do intend to go to work on these days. I did not pick a washi to use to mark in. Oh, see, I've got this huge bowl. What do I want to use? Ooh, this purple right here. You probably didn't see it. So as you can tell, I have a very specific system that I use for my little washies. And it is a clear jar. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to use this purple because I actually think that's perfect. So my goal, because I am 1 hour ahead this week, I believe. So my goal is to get this to function properly. Okay, so since I'm 1 hour ahead this week, I need to do 4 hours one day and then 5 hours or something like that the other day. So I'm probably gonna shoot to do see, I'm probably gonna wind up having to come in for this builder, but we're gonna try. So I'm gonna try and work until 5. Dang, that's very unfortunate. I'm tearing it up. Anyway, I am going to, let's start over here. I feel like this will be more lucky. So I'm going to go, I'm probably going to shoot to go noon until about 5 p.m. on Wednesday. And then I'm going to shoot to go probably 1 to 5 on Thursday. And that'll give me 10 hours. But if I'm being honest with them coming, I might wind up having to shuffle around a bit my work. Just because my husband's got class, and his class, believe it or not, is important, just as important as mine. And so I want to make sure that it's not all on him to go and take care of the builder coming. So Friday, my husband is off, so I'm gonna shoot to probably go to work, go in at like 9, and I'll have technically 10 hours. So, gonna do 9 to 12, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, I'm gonna do a few hours on this day, and I'll just know that I work that much. I do keep like track of my hours, like legitimately, like this is just a past week, but I keep track of my hours like this. I'm actually probably going to do a video of me doing like my setups and stuff in that. It might come out this week, maybe next, I haven't decided, but like I do keep better track of my hours in my everyday planner. So this is just gonna be work, and then more work, and then more work, and then the weekend. And this is just me guesstimating. Obviously, my work schedule changes all the time because they'll like come in and say, well, actually, Aubrey, we would like to have you work over the weekend or whatever, like tonight, right? I don't usually do stuff on Sundays, right? But they asked me to come in, and I was like, well, yeah, sure. I don't have anything scheduled, so I guess, you know, why not? So I think I'm going to put that there, and I'm actually going to pull in this black one because I want a special thing marking that the Hubs is going to go to his first day of clinicals. Also, I just want to kind of low-key celebrate the fact that he has to get up early now, and I don't. It's like, it's the small things. Because in my last job, I was the one that was getting up at like 4 a.m. And, and he got to just roll over and go back to sleep. And so this time, it's different. So I'm super excited for him. I think he's honestly not like crazy excited to start clinicals, mainly because he's like, I won't be able to do all of the advanced stuff, which if you don't know, my husband was a medic in the Army for a while, like 9.5, 10 years. So like some of the stuff that he's learning in nursing school, not med school, he's done already, you know? And so, yeah, but still. So KB is going to clinicals. But it's good. Once he gets into the more advanced stuff, I think he's going to have a good time in clinicals. Like I'm biased, naturally. What did I do with that thing? You know, I've been really bad about misplacing my gadgets all over. What did I do with that little thing? What? You know, it's very unfortunate, but that's okay. I got my backup. Oof, maybe. Okay, here. So he's going to be going to clinicals, and he won't be back, or he won't finish, I should say, until about 3 p.m. Oh, and I forgot 2 very important things to write down class-wise. Dadgummit. Okay. So I just want to put that because that's actually a decent, it's like 8 hours of clinicals, I think. That's without me sitting there and going 1, 2, 3, but I think it's approximately 8 hours. So, and he'll be done before I am, so. But I did forget that I have lab, there we go, until about 4:50 on Monday and Tuesday. Which is a crying shame. I don't know who decided that, like, if you're in college, like, lab needs to be, like, 1 day for almost 3 hours, but somebody decided, and I feel like it's cruel and unusual. But I do have Chem Lab and Bio Lab, so. And I've already got my lab work done, with the exception of my bio lab. But that professor, she doesn't tend to get stuff out like super early, I guess. So she'll probably post the lab like Monday night. What else? We don't really have anything planned this weekend, guys. It's really, really nice. So this week I'm going to have chem lab work. So for chemistry, I just put CH and then lab. And then I'm also going to have a quiz in chemistry that I'll have to do. I have like all week to do it. And then what else? Oh, I'm going to have to do my bio lab stuff. And that's just like me reading the work over, like usually I'll go walk on a treadmill and read it in this little span right here. So yeah, bio lab. And then I also have chemistry homework. That's due on Thursday. I keep more in depth, like in my everyday carry, like the exact day that this stuff's due. And then I've also got room to add in, because I'm also going to want to, like, make sure I catch up on certain things with chemistry and whatnot. I do need to call the doctor. So I'll put that reminder. I want to do my continuing ed. I've got all of them done. I'm just a lazy bum, and I hate having to sit there and type in, like, the course name, course description, and stuff in. But I've got them done. What else has been on my to-do? Let's see. Oh, I do want to film the ink haul. So I got some samples a week or two ago from Van S, and I said I was going to do a video on it, and I didn't. I'm also going to want to release the plan with me. I'm contemplating doing an extra little plan with me video where I set up my N2, but I haven't fully decided, so let me know if y'all want that. Because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what everybody likes and doesn't like. Anyway, so what else? Oh, yeah, so we are getting that delivery, and I want to put a special, I feel like there is like a Coffee Monsters Co. thing that was like a little delivery situation in here. Yes. Okay. And I'm just going to put these here. So we're getting the packages here. So shelter, it's the horse shelter. And it's just like a bunch of materials. So we got a, how do you spell it? Materials. We got from Sutherland's, which is like a home improvement store from where we're at. Anyway, and we bought the kit to build it, which you have the option. You can build it yourself, or they give you a couple of local builders numbers that, you know, of course you have to pay extra to the builder, but they'll come out and build it for you. And we opted for that because we had the money, and if anything, we are slow as Christmas getting stuff done here. So, yeah, we opted for that. So the builders will be here the day after, and it's been a really good process, other than, you know, it's heckin' expensive. But I think pretty much everything's gonna be expensive these days, so I'm just gonna put builders building. I don't know. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. What color do I want to put as my little line here? Decisions. Oh, and I also think I want to try to put a deal here. I guess I'll deal with it later. Anyway, so this is what I have so far for the week. Yeah, I will catch you probably tomorrow. So, bye. All right, so it is Monday. Hello, Elvira. Hi, you're kind of cute. I love you. But I am doing something right now, you know. Anyway, LV came up and she wanted some loves. So, naturally, she got some love-ums. Anyway, so, let's see. Where was I? Oh, yes. So, it is Monday evening. Oh, I got LV for everywhere. Okay. So, it is Monday evening. I slept in this morning, but I also sold something on Poshmark. So I don't think I mentioned it, but I did start, you know, dabbling-ish in Poshmark. I was like, I got some things that people might want that I don't use, and so I put them on Poshmark, right? And I sold it. So what I had to do, honestly, it's very easy. I've done Poshmark before as far as selling, but they do make it very easy to where it's like you print out a label and then you just box up your thing that you sold. Uh-oh. You box up the thing that you sold and you drop it off at the post office, which I definitely appreciate. So I am going to put that in, and I'm going to fill everything in with my Esterbrook. This is an Esterbrook with a fine nib, and it is inked up with Wearing Ghoul's Persephone, which is a kind of deep dark purple, almost black base with purple glitter. It's been inked in this pen for the past 2 months or so. So I did that this morning. So I'm super excited. I've had stuff up on Poshmark for a couple of months, and I finally sold one thing. So I went ahead and put that in, and then I went to school, and I had lunch with Kelv, which was super nice. We do our best to meet up in the middle of the day if we can, to like have lunch or at least just like sit with each other. And so that's what we did. We actually wound up going to Subway though, so I didn't even eat my meal prep, which is fine. I really wasn't like in the mood for my meal prep anyway, so it worked in my favor. I wonder what I did with all of my stuff. Okay, anyway, so is this gonna be, I think that's gonna be a little bit not what I want. This is how well put together I am, guys. Okay, maybe this one will be okay. I'm scared. Yeah, okay, it'll be okay. So, and this Mr. Pin, the Mr. Pin stuff, I like them quite a bit. However, they do not tell you what color it is. So, like, you can look all over this pin, and all you see is Mr. Pin, and that's it. So it's kind of like you don't know for sure what color you just wrote with. But anyway, so had a quick little lunch date. We just stepped over to Subway, nothing crazy. And then I did quite a bit of studying in the library. Well, I say quite a bit, honestly. It was like an hour and a half worth of studying, which felt like forever to me, but, you know, is what it is. So did a little bit of studying. So got that, and then went and did my chem lab. It was not the worst lab that I've had to sit through, but I still don't like chem lab. I've pretty much finished the lab. I do have a few things that I need to, like, you know, finish up with it. So that's why I didn't check it off on the homework. Oh, I finished my chemistry homework, so that's done. But bless my professor's heart, he said today that we should be looking at having our exam either next week or the following Tuesday. So still unsure exactly when I'll be having my exam, but hopefully soon, question mark. And I'm trying to think what I want to put down in this 8 p.m. slot to mark in my call with my mom. Because I am definitely just completely and totally unprepared for this whole adventure. Would that one look good? Let's see. Let's give myself some options so that I think those are probably going to be my best options. Yeah, that looks like my best option. So should I do green across, or should I do like this creamsicle golden? I think I want to try the yellow. I think that's what I'm going to go with, if I can find the thing. Here we go. So, here we are. All right. Here we go. I mean, I'm not in love with it, but I also don't hate it, so I guess I'll leave it. Oh, I have a piece of paper there. Okay. So, I think I mentioned yesterday in the long setup section of this video that I am trying to use more of these thin washi tape stickers, mainly because I've had them for, I don't know, probably going close to 5 years, and so I would really like to use them up if possible. Yeah, so that's why you're seeing them here. I don't know that I'll do it every week because I do kind of like the look, the minimalistic look of, you know, like squiggles or straight lines and stuff, but for right now, this is what we're doing. I took a fantastic bath, so I just kind of like relaxed, and didn't really do anything this evening. I was gonna do a little bit more like note taking on my notes for chemistry, but I finished up my what did I finish? Yeah, I finished up my oh, I finished dinner and I was like, you know what sounds good right now? Not doing my notes and actually taking a bath and just soaking. And so that's what I did. And yeah, it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I just sat there and I watched YouTube videos and it was fantastic. Usually I'm not one to like just sit in the bath for a long time, but I don't know, today was different and I'll take it. So I'm going to use this relax sticker in this rusty red. I'm really enjoying the earth tones that are kind of, I guess, in the in style now. Yeah, I'm enjoying them quite a bit. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm not making a whole lot of sense. And then I had my call with Mom, and I thought about doing a little bit more, like, studying, but I was like, you know what? Today we're good. It's going to be fine. So, that's what I did. I just relaxed, and I'm continuing. I worked on my nephew's blanket, and like crocheting. It's the first thing I've ever crocheted, and I was like, yeah, let's make a corner-to-corner blanket. And so that's what I did for a little bit. I'll probably go back to doing that because I just started decreasing. And then I'm going to be in bed by 10 because my husband's got to get up at 5. And while I get to sleep in, I'm still going to be getting up probably around 7, hopefully to do some Devo tomorrow. But yeah, this is my day and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so it is Tuesday evening. It is 6:50, almost 7, so yeah, I need to fill in for Tuesday. I don't really have a lot to fill in because I was at school all day. Didn't really do a ton of studying here because I had, like, computer stuff. Oh, I did do laundry this morning, though. So I got up and I felt like being productive, and I did laundry, which probably shouldn't be so special, but I don't like laundry, so it winds up being special when I do it. Alright, so I'm just gonna put, is that gonna be, I feel like that one won't go very well, so let's try this one maybe? Nope, I think I'm going with the original. So I did some laundry. Kelv did have his clinical. So Kelvin is my husband. He is in nursing school. So he had his first day of clinicals today. And then came home. I actually got out a little early. I got out at like 3:40 today for my class. So I did a quick stop at Walmart. It didn't really take that long. It was pretty quick. So I wonder if I have a little sticker that I can put in. Yes, I do. So just a really quick trip to Wally World to get doggy treats, because you know you can't not have that. So Walmart. And then I came home and I chilled until just now. So definitely relaxed and had a quick nap. I didn't really nap, but the hubs definitely did. And I think I want a different color for here. Let's see. I have a specific Tombow in mind. Yep. And it is one that I use and abuse so much that it doesn't have a number. But anyway, so I'm just gonna put relax, because that's really what I did. And just kind of hung out with the hubs. So I'll put with KB. But now I need to study. So I'm just catching up in my journals real quick, and then it's on to studying, sadly. I thought I had some study emojis in here. I could do, here we go. Yeah, I'm really going to, honestly, I consider these special stickers because, I mean, I only have 2 left, and this is definitely a special sticker event study session because I have no idea what's going on in chemistry, and so I suspect I'll be spending the next couple of hours probably trying to figure that out. I say a couple hours, honestly, I suspect I'll probably altogether only do about 1 to 2 hours of studying, so yeah, that's about right. I probably will be done a little bit before 10, but it's fine, because I also take breaks and stuff like that during studying. So do that, and then I'll probably either be ready for bed, or lately I've been staying up later, so I might do a little bit of knitting. We'll just have to see. But anyway, that's it for Tuesday, so I'll see you back on Wednesday. All right, so it is Wednesday afternoon, and yeah, so it is, I don't even know, and I'm using my phone to film. I think it's right at 4. So I obviously did not wind up working a full day because, like most days, or most weeks, my work schedule got switched around. Which is why you'd think I would learn, but I didn't. So now, and this is staying on, dang. You know, I think there's this stuff I've seen people use, I think it's called like Undo or something. I would probably benefit, not gonna lie, but I actually wound up working, oh, that was bad. Okay, but it's fine. One thing I like several things about this planner, obviously, because I bought another one for 2026, but I definitely appreciate how tough this paper is. Like, it still tore from that, but it did well. It's good paper, I worked out today, so I was super proud of myself for that. I would like to put a small workout symbol though, because, so I'm digging in. These are just all papers that I pulled off of various books. There's silver tiny icons, but I don't think that's what I want. Wonder what I did with those. I'm sure I thought it was smart, whatever I did with them at the time. And now it's coming back to bite me in the bum. Do you ever do that with your stickers? Alright, cool. I don't think that, yeah, I think if this was gold, this would be perfect, but it's not. So, let's do plan B. Oh, hey, that might work, actually. Okay, I think I'll use these just to mark in, because honestly, like, I did work out. I worked out legs. Super proud. However, and come to think of it, I worked out Monday? I worked out arms on Monday, too. But I didn't put it down. Shame on me. Oh, well. Anyway, so we're going to mark in my workout today. And I think I want to do this red color. Oh, wait, there's a gray. No, I want red. Yeah, red. Yeah. I think red would be best. So I worked out, and I worked out until about 11. So I got out of class right at 10:25 and went straight to working out. And yeah, so I did upper today. No, that's a lie. I did lower body because I did upper on Monday. So, and I just did the machines today, which I haven't done in forever. Usually I do dumbbells, just because I feel more comfortable with free weights than anything. But I wound up doing, sorry, squirrel. Anyway, I wound up doing the machines today because it just seemed easier. We just got our shelter materials in, so I'm going to mark that off. That occurred literally just now. So it's probably 4:30, I'm guessing, and it took them about 30 minutes to unload. So yeah, that was nice. But anyway, so why am I not at work? Well, so I got to work, and you know, it's not unusual for work to change its mind for me. And I'm not upset about that. Because it usually benefits me, you know, because usually it's like a day that I just would rather not be there because it's a slow day and I like being busy, or, you know, put whatever reason you want in there. Anyway, so my boss was like, hey, we've got a game for you to cover on Friday now. Oh, and do you want to come in on Saturday? So if you don't know, I'm part-time. I cannot work more than 15 hours a week, or truthfully, I cannot work more than 30 hours every 2 weeks. And so that, obviously, when they add stuff onto my to-dos for the week, I have to change my schedule around. So I know better than to put, you know, things down, but obviously I haven't learned, because all of this is wrong now. How dare I? And the builders are actually going to be coming in the early morning time. Oh, that hurts my heart to hear that. Rip. Avert your ears. Okay. Yes. Builders are coming in the morning now. We finally not negotiated, like we already knew that we were using this builder. He's a pretty solid builder. But just, you know, knowing exactly what time they'll come in, which he said they'll be there about 8. I'm just going to block out this morning slot. They're going to be here a total of 2 days. We just got our materials in. And yeah, pretty stoked to have our shelter built. If I think about it, I will put a picture of the completed shelter in, I don't know, somewhere. Probably at the end of this, because, you know, if you don't want to see it, you don't have to type deal. Anyway, so tomorrow I am only working like 1 to 3:30, I think. Because then I actually have a play. So my chemistry professor had me, or didn't have me. My chemistry professor basically is giving us like 5 points if we attend a thing tomorrow, which is at 4. So I am absolutely going, because he's offering 5 bonus points, and that is an entire letter grade, if you don't know. And or not half a letter grade. It is half a letter grade, and it's totally worth it. So me and the hubs, I messaged my hubs, and I was like, well, we've got plans now to go to this thing. So it starts at 4, and it's called Kim Mystery. So anyway, I thought it was cute, play on words. But anyway, hence why the chemistry professor is like, yeah, absolutely, I'll give you points if you go to this thing. So we'll be going to that. So I'll write that in. So apparently it's like a play production about finding a missing scientist or something. So, oh, who is a Grumpikins? Oh, Macy's got her toy. Anyway, so we'll be going to that. So it actually worked out that work was like, hey, actually, we want to change things around on you. So, I will come in on Friday at like 11-ish. And then supposedly it's 4 hours, but I have trust issues. So I'm going to say it's going to go until about 4:30 would be my guess. And that's on Friday. Also in the morning on Friday, while the builders are building, me and Kelv are going to go to the tag agency because we have a horse trailer that needs an Oklahoma license plate, basically. And so, oh, that would have been really cute to put down for that, but it's too late now. Oh, well. Anyway, so, yeah, gotta go to the tag agency, and then after that, on Friday, I'll go to work, which I guess I can put that down later because, as we know, plans change. Anyway, so, and then Saturday now, I will be working from, 12. So 12 until 4 is the thought. Obviously, I'm kind of at the mercy of coaches. That's the downside of athletic training, I guess, is that we do depend on the coaches for our schedule. So depending on if the coaches want to change something, yeah. So we'll just have to see on that. I won't be working. I'll have to figure out how to cover that. You know, I think I'm just going to move this up. I'm just going to see if this little scoochy scooch up here. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely. It did not take this long, but we've got it there now, and it's blocking a mistake. All right, so got the materials. Now, what am I going to do with my life now? Well, I'm glad you asked. I've got to study, I've got chemistry. So, good news is that last night I was able to figure stuff out, chemistry-wise. The bad news is that, of course, we had new stuff introduced today that I now have to figure out. Because now I have stuff from today's lesson that'll be due tomorrow. So I will be doing that. I will also be doing my, I will be writing my notes for biology. So got 2 things that I got to do. So I've got a chemistry conceptual exercise. I'm just going to put CE is how I mark it. And then bio notes. So nothing fun tonight. Lots of studying. I suspect I should, because it's just now 5. I suspect I can get it knocked down in 3 hours, but truthfully, like, I'm one of those people. I absolutely do take breaks. So I'll probably do 3 hours worth of studying, but it's going to be in this time gap, which I'm fine with. Oh, and I want to go ahead and mark in because I saw that I have coffee symbols, so I'm going to use them. I got to have coffee with the Hubs today, which was fantastic. I love having coffee with that guy. He's halfway decent. So, I'm going to mark that in because that's always a special occasion. And yeah, that's kind of my day. We'll see. We'll see if tomorrow brings more changes or not. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good day. Bye. Alrighty, so it is Friday evening. There is a nice little thunderstorm going on outside, which is wonderful. Yesterday kind of got away from me, I guess, a little bit. We did go to the chemistry. It is smudged. Sad face. Once we got done with the chemistry, we actually went out to eat. So I want to put that on there somewhere. So hold tight. Oh, there it is. I knew it. So these are the little fork and knife stickers from Simply Smith Stickers. So what color? I think I want to do a green down here. So I'm going to use this Tombow 228. And I'm just going to do a little swish. So we went and ate. Where did we go? Oh, we went to my husband's favorite Mexican restaurant called La Gran Cantina. And had a pretty good time there. So I'm going to put that. Yep. And then when we got back home, we oh gosh, I think I just relaxed on. I sat on the bed and I watched TikToks for hours. I wasn't even on YouTube. It was like legit TikTok the entire time. I wish I had a cell phone emoji because, like, I don't know, it's very rare that I'm on like anything like that. I mean, obviously YouTube, but YouTube's kind of like I'm doing something, I want something in the background type deal. I don't tend to sit and brain rot quite that often. So yeah, did that. Looking to see if there's anything. I don't think I really have anything. So, but anyway, yeah, came home and did absolutely nothing. It was wonderful and can't really complain. Let's just use this little ... emoji, my bad, right here, because I think, yeah, I got home about here a little bit before 8, because I did go ahead and call my mom on the way home from us eating, and then it was probably like 9:30 when I called, because I'm too lazy to walk through the house to go talk with him. I called my husband. I was like, I sent you TikToks. That's probably one of the most married things we've done in a while. But anyway, I called him and was like, I sent you TikToks. Come watch them with me. Because we have a rule that, like, we'll send each other TikToks and we will not open the TikToks until both of us are there to see them, because, you know, I like personally seeing, you know, his reaction. Usually he's like, you're not as funny as you think you are, but it's still good. It's good. We did today, so like I mentioned, today is Friday. We did finally get, I say finally, they were done so fast, but we've got our horse shelter, so I will put a picture of it right quick, just because I'm so proud of it. And so we've got that. We plan on doing fencing tomorrow morning, so we are doing that. And what else? Oh, I got paid, so I actually need to do my bills. So, and I think I actually have stuff in here that I can use to mark in my bills. I think it's back here. So, let's do that. Yeah, see, I've got this whole page that is basically devoted to, like, paying the bills. So, yeah. Oh, this is actually perfect. So, I mean, I do have, like, in my Sterling Ink Into, I do have my, I'm not going to be awake at midnight, so I'm just going to put this here, because I'm planning on doing this after, but the amount of space that this, like, little bill-do thing, takes up just isn't worth. Yeah, I'm not going to put it up there. Anyway, so paycheck number 2 is in, well, of the paychecks that I'm counting for my monthly expenses. So here, and then I will probably down here, I know it's meant for, like, just a specific bill, but I don't budget that way. Like, I budget regular pen and paper. Like, I have the same list that I go down, a trigger list, if you will, for every month. Like, that's something that I do when I set up my Sterling Ink Into. And when I show that setup to you, you'll see. But basically, I go in at the beginning of the year and pre-write down every single bill that I have. And then I'll leave a little bit of space just in case an extra bill happens throughout the year. But yeah, and that's where I track all of my, like, actual line items that have to get paid. But here, so I don't need these stickers, but I do like to put these every now and then, because I can just put, hey, paycheck 2, and then how much I got paid, and I don't know. Makes sense to me, and that's all that matters. So this morning the builders got here a little bit later than they had been before, which is fine. We didn't mind at all. Oh, here's a coffee. I wanted a yellow coffee mug. But it was really nice. We got to basically just chill on the front porch for a whole hour waiting for the builders. And that's always a good time, especially since like I got home at probably close to 5-ish. And it was already starting to thunder and lightning, and now it's raining. So yeah, pretty happy that we got that done. Oh, and I also want to mark in this week, I've been taking so many notes that I actually had to refill 2 of my fountain pens. And so I do want to mark that. Oh, wait, what am I doing? It's the Coffee Monsters Co. ones. So I do want to mark that in, that I filled up my fountain pens. I'm going to go with this gold one. I'm definitely a gold person, so let me know if you are maybe in the comments. But I definitely like gold everything. Gold jewelry, gold trimming, like rose gold, pretty much anything that doesn't look silver. So, but anyway, swirl. All this to say, I'm putting this down because I had to fill my fountain pens. So that is one thing that school has definitely started, because I take a lot of my notes like by hand and I color code them, which is great because I have so many fountain pens. So I do a lot of writing. And so I usually have to fill them up. Like this one, this Majon, I love it. I use this one the most consistently, like pretty much every day. I use it in both of my planners, and then I also use it like if I need a quick like black ink. The ink that I loaded this with, I've been just doing Noodler's American Eel, which I do like, but I was getting tired of this smudge right here. And so like I had like a teeny tiny bit of Noodler's American Eel, but then I went back to putting in this morning, I put in Jacques Urbane Pearl Nior, which is the black ink. I doubt it's their only black ink, but it was actually the first black ink I ever purchased. I have a nice big bottle of it that I need to work through anyway. And so that's why you might see a little bit of a difference in the saturation, because the Jacques Urbane does dry a lot more quickly, but it is not quite as like dark as the Noodler's American Eel, which I hate, because like I definitely like the dry time on this one versus the Noodler's, but I love the look of this Noodler's. Like, oh, it's wonderful. But anyway, I guess you can't have your cake and eat it too sometimes. Anyway, so while I was at work, I actually got some studying done. So I was very productive. Today was Friday, of course, so I actually didn't have but like maybe 2 or 3 patients today in the span of 5 hours, which is crazy because like I'll go in for 3 hours or 2 hours here and have like that many patients. But anyway, it turned out to be really good because I was able to study a whole lot. Like if you know what Anki is, it's like this new, like when I was going through school, it was Quizlet was the thing, but now there's this other thing called Anki, A-N-K-I or something, I don't know. Anyway, I decided to try it, and so I did flashcards because it's a flashcard system. I did it, and I'm all caught up on my stuff. Like I have a chem exam in 2 weeks, caught up with what I have to put on that, and then I had 2 chapters already for bio to study, and so I did that. It was phenom, so I'm gonna write that down, just putting chapter 12 was done, and then chapter 13 was done, and then also I got some chemistry done as well, which I'm super stoked about. Yeah, I really can't complain about that, guys. And then what I am planning to do for the rest of the night may not shock a lot of you, but I'm going to relax. I have pretty much, yeah, I'm toast right now as far as like I want to just be. I want to be and I want to relax. And so that is what I'm going to do, especially since I studied earlier today for quite a bit, and I got quite a bit done. So I feel comfortable taking the evening off from studying and everything. So I'm just gonna relax. I didn't knit at all yesterday. Which is like, it's very rare that I don't knit. like even go one day without knitting. Like, so I want to do a little bit of knitting, crochet, whatever I feel like, and it's gonna be wonderful. And I can already tell because I kind of know myself. It's probably gonna be an early night tonight. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and draw it to 10, but I almost guarantee it's gonna be an early night tonight for me. Anyway, so and that works out because that moves into Saturday. Because now, if you know, Fridays I tend to future plan for Saturday and Sunday, just because like the weekend, at least it used to be at my old job, was I spent a lot of time with my husband or doing things, right? And now I spend it working or doing things. So either way, like I don't tend to come into this specific planner over the weekend. And you may not be surprised if you've listened through this entire video up until now, but I went to work today and my schedule changed yet again. So with this weather, I had a few... well, the baseball team that I was covering switched things up, and they switched to now I'm covering games on Sunday for them, and then they were like, but wait, we want practice too. So I will be going into work at 4, and I suspect, let me get that. I suspect I won't be done with work until like 9 or 10. I can't prove that, but I'm going to go ahead and put it down. Until like 9, because coaches are crazy. I mean, I'm sorry. They're 9 times out of 10, they are fantastic people. And luckily this coach that I'm covering for, it seems like a decent fellow, but they don't play around. If there's a chance to practice or they have to cancel a practice because of weather, you better bet that they're going to reschedule, because I don't know why. So 4 here, and then on Sunday, I've got to show my face at 3, because they're going to have a 4-hour scrimmage starting at 5. So I've got to be there at 3. It's a 4-hour scrimmage starting at 5, so I won't be done until probably 9:30 or 10 o'clock, would be my guess. So I'm getting all the hours, don't you worry. Oh, and I need to make sure that I remember my timesheet on this day. Uh-oh, the girls heard something. It's very serious business. They sound pitiful. Anyway, so I do need to put my timesheet in tomorrow. I need to remember that. So here we go. Unfortunately, I'll be getting done so late that I'll have to do it late night. So yeah, if you're looking at this and you're like, but wait, Aubrey, that's way more than 15 hours. Yes, but because my timesheet is due on Saturday, that means that I reset my hours for Sunday onwards. So don't you worry. Yeah, they're getting their money's worth. Anyway, so tomorrow I plan on having coffee with my husband because I am addicted to having coffee with him. So we are for sure going to plan for that. And we'll probably get up at 7. Our goal is to wake up about 7, have coffee, and then be out there working on fence. So, coffee with KB, of course. There's nobody else to have coffee with. There's K in front of that, though. All right. And then we plan on working on the fence. I used to have a little sheet with little, like, the little cross symbols, but methinkins, I don't have that right now. So, that's okay. We will adapt and do probably this little star for it, maybe. Come on, thank you. All right, so we'll do the little star over here. We're probably going to spend a good 2 or 3 hours doing that fence. So like I said, we plan to get out there at 8. And then we will probably go until about 11 or until we're done. Wishful thinking, right? So, fence... And then afterwards, we'll go in, we'll clean ourselves up, and then we are going to go to the farmer's market because it is Saturday. And while I do have to be at work, it's not until 4 p.m., so why not? So, gonna go to the farmer's market, we're gonna have good snacky snacks, and then, honestly, I think that's gonna be it. We're probably gonna come back home, and we're gonna relax, because we are lazy bums. and then I'll go to work in the evening time. I will most likely be, actually, I know I will. It's not even a most likely, like, I'm going to be studying while I'm at work, because I plan on it being fairly slow. Like, I'll have a few victims come in, but overall, I don't suspect. So I don't expect many. So I'm going to take that time. I'm going to probably do 2-ish hours is what I'm planning of studying. I'm going to focus on chemistry and then probably chapter 14 of bio. Just because we're getting into the genetics section, and yeah, that's a whole thing in and of itself. But it's not the Krebs cycle. I passed that test and now I get to move on. So I'm pretty happy about that. Sunday, we are probably going to have coffee again because, you know, we're addicts like that. So let's put a little coffee. And we'll probably sleep in just a smidge more, but not by much. Planning on some coffee. And we're not scheduled to volunteer, so we'll what I did this week, and I actually really liked it, was while I was working out, like lifting weights and stuff this week, I actually put the sermon on and listened that way, and it was very nice. And I was actually, because I'm one of those people, I've got to have something going on, like with my hands, and I can be doing like something mindless, not anything intricate, right? But like knitting or something along those lines, like lifting weights even. That's just kind of like a mindless task, and listen to things, and I seem to retain it better. That's why I'm such an avid like note taker, is because I need to be doing something with my hands, like whether it's doodling, taking notes, stuff like that. So I'm probably going to just wait until I work out this upcoming week to listen to the sermon. So we're going to do coffee, and then we're going to go back out and do fencing. I'm going to just use this. Yeah, I'm going to use this right here, this little star, and do the same thing. We're probably only going to do like 3-ish hours, if that, of fencing. Nothing too, well, I guess I can't say nothing too strenuous, but I don't want to go too long because I also need to do a little bit of meal prep, stuff like that. So, oh, and we're probably going to grocery shop as well tomorrow, so I'm going to just put that there. And yeah, I'm going to use this little crock pot thing to put in meal prep. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to make. It may be a salad, or I may go for soup again. I haven't decided yet, so I'm going to leave that there, but definitely going to meal prep. I've been enjoying that, and then work. So since I'm working, actually, no, that's not true. So I'm probably going to make Sunday my off day for school, out of convenience a little bit, but because I'm covering a game, I can't just sit there and study, really. So I am going to, ooh, it is coming down. I don't know if you can hear that, but that is chef's kiss. Anyway, so gonna be covering the baseball game, and yeah, probably be watching baseball unless it gets rained down again. But anyway, so that's enough talky talks, I suppose. Yes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up if you made it this far. Thank you so much, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.